Zone tourist. He's second in the league in rushing touchdowns. It's the Buccaneers and the Falcons, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Minshew. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Minshew. And this one is caught by Pierce. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and
that is intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
He's coming off such a strong performance last week, Mike, where he did a little bit of everything. Throws for 3 touchdowns, ran for another, but most importantly, leads his team to the big win. I'll tell you what, he has his eyes set on trying to do the same thing here over these next 4 quarters.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. That one on target to Moore. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Moore going in motion. We'll go play action now with Penix. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here is Penix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
This is a really well-executed comeback route. What they're teaching the receiver, out of the break point, you want to work both downhill back to the quarterback, but also towards the sideline, and that's exactly where the ball brought him. Great job keeping his feet in bounds to secure the catch.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On 3rd down, Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. This one complete right side. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This from 34 yards. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. On 1st down, here's Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. The shotgun, a throw from Inch. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The Falcons offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. It was 3rd and 3, and they picked up 6.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Atlanta.
From the gun, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On second down, here's Penix. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Minshew. He connects with Palmer on that one. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
That's good for the Buccaneers. First down.
Here's Minshew. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So after 1, it's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. A give. This is Irving. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Play action now with Min. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Inside the 40. To the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball,
Often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind. And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Back is Minshew. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Minshew going to look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. On the ground, it's Irvin, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That is Ferguson in motion. A short one there to Otten. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Here comes Otten in motion. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here comes Otten in motion. He'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. This one complete to Palmer. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll motion over Pierce. On 2nd down, here's Minshew. A pass pulled in by Irving. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Minshew going to look to throw again. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They look to throw it with Minshew. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers will tie the game at 6.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. London brought in motion. On third down, it's Robinson. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Irving. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. On the handoff, it's Irving. Not much happening there, just a short gain. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw, Minshew. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. They'll run with Irving. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is first and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. Second down and 3. From the gun, here is Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now Penix. Off he goes. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Now Penix to throw on second down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
On third down, Penix. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Falcons are in the lead as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right.
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, Penix. That's complete on the tight end screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down. And that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bucs offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down, here's Minshew. That one complete to Pierce. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Now a 3rd and 2. Minshew out of the pistol here. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal.
Buccaneers field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bucs will tie the game here in the third quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Gives to Robinson from the pistol. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Atlanta.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings them down for a sack.
The Bucs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll motion over Pierce. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That's caught left side by Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
He'll try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They're going to go play action with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Now he'll run. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First down, Falcons.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Toward the sideline, he's got London.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Throwing again, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Penix gonna throw again. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Big play coming up. This is third down. Again, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons have tied it up here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. They'll try and throw with Minshew. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, a run with Irvin. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Receiver in motion, going right. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. for third down. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now Penix to throw on second down. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. On second down, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Still second down.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And third down coming up. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first down, here's Minshew. A short one there to Otten. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Minshew going to look to throw. And he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Falcons. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. To throw once more, here's Minshew. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Minshew going to look to throw again. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. To the air once more is Minshew. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again is Minshew. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Here's Penix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection, and another first down. They'll run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll run here. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. So here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play.